Okay, what you're looking at are frozen bananas. When you get those bananas and you don't eat them and they become really, really dark and spotty, put them in the freezer and guess what you can make? You can make homemade, sugar-free, creamy ice cream. You would not believe what this frozen banana can do. So what I did was I cut it into pieces like this. I had to use a lot of strength, so I just cut through as hard as I can. I'm trying to hold the camera at the same time, so anyway, I cut them and I threw them in the blender with a little bit of vanilla. That's it. Not a blender. It has to be the Vitamix. A blender, you'll break your blender if you try this. And this is what I ended up with. Creamy vanilla. Yep, here's what it looks like. Here's the consistency. Creamy, soft serve vanilla ice cream. It has a little banana flavor to it. But I also made some carob syrup to go on it, which is yummy also. And I'm about to make some strawberry ice cream. I'm just going to make another batch, add some strawberries, and then I'm going to make another batch and add some carob powder. Or if you have chocolate powder, you can add chocolate powder and maybe a little sweetener if you need it when you add other ingredients. So this is a treat to enjoy. But you need a Vitamix to do it. You won't be able to do it in a blender. Don't try it in your blender because it will break. You'll burn the motor. So enjoy. Okay, you're not going to believe this treat. We're going to make ice cream. What you're looking at are frozen bananas. These are bananas that have gotten overripe. I put them in the freezer, and you can put them in the freezer already cut, or put them in whole. I had put them in whole, so it was a little bit hard to cut through these. But I'm putting into my Vitamix three bananas. You can't do this with a regular blender. It'll burn your motor. This is one of the treats. One of the treats you get when you spend the money on a Vitamix. Then I'm going to put in some fresh strawberries also. Okay, now I have my fresh strawberries in there. And you might not need to add any sweetener because the riper your bananas are, the sweeter the ice cream will be. So I'm going to blend this up first before I add any agave nectar or anything else and see what it tastes like. I'm going to turn my Vitamix on variable on 1, turn it on, and I'm going to bring it up to about 6, and then use my pusher, start to push some of these ingredients down towards the blades. Then I'm going to turn it up to about 7, I guess. Just start getting it up as high as you can and work with it. But you want to work with it quickly because you don't want to over process it, it'll get soft. Okay, that's finished. My this ice cream is a little bit softer because I added the strawberries not frozen. So I'm going to put this in a container and put it in the freezer for a little bit. Let me show you how it turned out. If the strawberries were frozen, this would be thicker. I mean, if you like really soft ice cream, or even just eat this as a shake, it would be really yummy. So that's how you make strawberry ice cream. Now we're going to make carob ice cream or chocolate ice cream. If you have carob powder, use carob powder. If you have chocolate powder, use chocolate powder or cocoa powder, I guess that's what it's called. And in this recipe, it's the same as the vanilla and the strawberry. Throw in your frozen bananas. Remember, the more ripe they are, the sweeter your ice cream is going to be, and you need to process this as fast as you can. And in this, a couple extra ingredients will go in because it brings out the flavor of the chocolate, and that's just a little bit of vanilla, maybe a teaspoon or 2. And that's it if you're using cocoa powder. But if you're using carob powder, you're going to put in just a little bit of cinnamon, about 2 teaspoons. Okay, in goes my cinnamon. And then a 1/4 cup of carob. Remember, if you're using cocoa powder, you don't need to put the cinnamon in. Something about cinnamon and carob powder together just makes it really good. And you know what? I'm going to add a squeeze of agave nectar because the cocoa powder or the carob powder tends to be a little bitter, and so I always end up having to put it in anyway, so I might as well put it in first. Okay, and then let's go ahead and blend this. Okay, I'm finished blending it, and it's a thick consistency, but it's not thick enough to serve as ice cream. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator also, in the freezer for a little bit, just to get it a little bit harder, and then I'm going to serve it. And tonight I have made vanilla ice cream, strawberry ice cream, and carob ice cream. So everyone's going to get a feast tonight.
Disney Channel.
Yep.
Okay, so here's one for one.
Hurry up,
Hurry
open
up.
it.
I'm trying.
Why is there a sunflower seed in it?
Dad, stop.
Just try to
What?
serve yourself. Okay, look at this.
Mmm.
We have
This is the banana.
the banana vanilla, yeah.
This is really good.
That one turned out the hardest, the firmest, because there wasn't any extra ingredients. The reason why the other ice creams are softer is because there were other ingredients put in.
What's this one?
Carob. It's very rich. Be careful. Seriously, it'll make you
What's this
full.
one?
Strawberry. And Jasmine has all three right here. And this right here is a carob syrup, which is rich also. We're talking about desserts that you won't eat as much of as you would eat ice cream because it's so rich. So now put the lids back on the ice creams and put them back in because I'll get it. So let me see you take a bite. Anybody? Okay, we'll go with Uncle Daniel first.
Not me, Mom. I'm not a
Mmm. I'd smile, but I only have a half smile.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Mm-hmm.
And you're
really good.
you're not eating sugar, you're not eating dairy. It's just pure bananas and strawberries, and the carob is just carob powder. There's no added sweeteners.
The banana is really, really good.
Okay.
Maybe it'll cure my Bell's palsy.
Maybe you should eat a lot of it. Okay, you can take it to the office now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
One more.